Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. The Galaxy Q&A is out. Hi there, I am Montoya, by the way. Alright, so as mentioned yesterday, Galaxy Q&A is out now. The most pressing question I personally had was, what happens to the middle of the ship? They want you to buy the base ship, they want you to buy the modules. Now, if you just buy the base ship, what's there? That gets answered here. My other question was basically the guns. I like to fly and shoot things. Can I, as the pilot, do that? Now, obviously, with the larger ships, they actually want you just to be the pilot and they want dedicated gunners because they want to force, not force, but encourage multiplayer. Let's get down to that and see what they say of it. So the first question was, if you don't have modules, is the center of the ship just an empty room, or does the Galaxy come with the stock modules? Further, is the void empty or full empty, or can I put stuff in there? So the answer to that is, if you have no module, the Galaxy has an empty void area with a shell to keep the hull airtight, allowing you to traverse from the hangar to the rest of the ship. It goes on to say that you can put things in there, but basically there's no cargo grid. The cargo grid is the place where you can put down the boxes and they stay fixed in place. Now, I haven't played in a while without using any kind of cargo grid. Do your ships still take damage if you just drop a box down and pull maneuvers? Because, I mean, that was the case. I just haven't dropped cargo in a non-cargo area in a very, very long time. But if there's a big empty space, yeah, you can put stuff there, but it's always preferable to have cargo on the actual cargo plates. They're going to explain why it comes the way it does. Now, we know the reason why. They want you to buy the base module, the base model, and sell you the modules. You make more money that way. But let's hear how they explain it. The Galaxy does not come with a stock module for two reasons. Firstly, we want the players to pick the initial module rather than be settled within whatever would have been in the base one. Okay, I get that, but let's be honest. If the base model of the ship had cargo in it, nobody will be complaining or crying about that. Even if just half the cargo, everyone will be perfectly fine. This move to sell you the base ship and then make you buy the module you want is nice when it comes to customization, but let's be honest, it's simply because it's a better way to make money. You can be honest about it. We'll make more money if we do it this way. That's fine. People can choose to buy or not buy. That's up to them. Let's continue. Secondly, these modules will take up physical space like inventory, like all components. Therefore, if every ship came with a module that players didn't necessarily want, it would unfairly penalize them. All right, makes kind of sense. I mean, I don't need a refinery module, but make the base ship at least have cargo. That's how I feel about it. But fair enough. Let's go on the next one. What is involved with the changing of the modules? All right, so you have your medical one, you have the refinery one, you have a cargo one. What do you do? How does it work? Due to the size of the modules, they need to be swapped out at a location capable of their work, like Cousin Crow's shops. Now, those are found at various space stations, so that makes perfect sense, and will require the ship to be there for a period of time. So it's not going to be instant. I estimate they'll want 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max to change that on a ship. They want you to feel as if there's something happening there rather than just hand-wave your magic and makes things appear. That's perfectly fine. I think that's expected. Can the Galaxy's modules be dropped off on a planet side to create temporary base of operations? No, that's a ridiculous question. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Will there be any medical equipment on the non-modular section of the ship? No, they want you to buy the medical section of the ship. The Galaxy does not seem to be well shielded. Having just one large shield, how does the ship compensate for that? Meaning, will it be fast or will it be heavily armored? So it comes with a size 3, I believe, and people saying that's not enough for a ship this size. The answer was, in short, the Galaxy will be well shielded for its size, as the role of size 3 large shields will be significantly different from S2 medium ones, and a lot of ships will find themselves with either fewer or larger items, more than 2 smaller items, to help prevent greater... Alright, so basically they're saying, yeah, you know what, size 3 for this ship is where we want it. It's going to be in a good place. Don't worry about it. You're not going to get blown up immediately because it's not enough shielding. What is under the bridge? Nothing. Can we get an explanation of what the 2 rooms on the first floor are? Yes, we looked at the map of it already. It was basically the docking collar, and it was components and the crew locker suit room. Yes, we covered that. Not a big deal. Are there any turrets pilot controlled? The pilot only has access to the missiles. The turrets are controlled by the crew. All right. So on the bridge, you have the guy sitting in front, you have two guys to either side, they control the turrets. That's okay. For me personally, I like to fly and shoot things, but you know what? You're not on large ships, you're not supposed to do everything yourself. The pilot is supposed to sit there, pilot the ship, and give orders. And dedicated gunners, it's what's going to take. So at least 4 crew minimum to have all the turrets controlled and a pilot on this ship. I think that's fair enough. And but let's be honest, you're going to solo the ship anyway, aren't you? How does the refinery module compare to the MISC Expanse? The ability to run 6 separate refining jobs simultaneously. How does it compare? Well, basically, the Galaxy refining module has both storage for raw and refined materials, as it should. And, well, here's interesting. 2 reactors that are much larger than the Expanse. So while it can run fewer simultaneous jobs, it can process much larger quantities per job. Nice. Okay, so that's definitely a good selling feature if you're into the refinery part of this game. Here's a good question right here. Can the Galaxy refuel its quantum tanks? Because the Expanse can. The Expanse is a dedicated exploration ship. You're going to fly out, you need fuel, you mine your own fuel, there it is. The Galaxy cannot. Now you can make fuel, but if you want to fill up your own tanks, you need a friend to come up to you with a tanker, fill up his tanker, and then fill up your ship from there. So will your friend sell your fuel back to you? I guess. Well, I mean, that's the balance. This isn't a exploration ship. You do need fuel. You can make the fuel. You cannot transfer the fuel to your own tank. I don't know if I like that idea. I mean, for balance purposes, I guess so. But maybe it changes in the future. I don't know. The Galaxy promotion website states an afterdeck that serves as a dedicated hangar or sizable cargo hold. Okay, there was a mistake on that, but it is an extra small ship that fits in there. Basically, the Pisces is what's supposed to fit in there. Can the cargo module be used as an improvised hangar? And can one use a tractor beam to pull the Tumbril Nova or Atlas platform vehicles into the cargo module? Interesting. If you can fit the vehicle either through the door or the hangar or the lift, then it's perfectly possible, but not intended. The cargo lift is capable of loading 2 32 SCU containers at a time, so vehicles up to and including the RSI Ursa will fit in. Yeah, right. What can you tell us about the Galaxy's maneuverability and capabilities compared to the Carrack and Constellation? So, due to the size, expected to be closer to the Carrack in terms of maneuverability and speed than to the Constellation. It's a big ship, so don't expect to be overly speedy and maneuverable. It's more around the Carrack, perfectly acceptable, and I think what we thought it would be. Does the hangar have refuel repair capabilities? The Galaxy has no inbuilt systems to repair or refuel. What size ships can we fit in the Galaxy hangar? Okay, well, didn't I just answer that? We just answered that. It's the Pisces, all right? And that was basically it. So not too many surprises. I think it's pretty much what we all expected. I would have hoped the pilot would have control at least over one of the turrets, but just the missiles. And other than that, I think if you own one, you should be pretty satisfied. It does what I think you want it to do. Cool looking ship. Very cool indeed. Let me know if it's changed your mind on anything. Post below. Your questions also appreciated. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. You animals. Catch you in the next one.